Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. And guys, I've got a confession to make. Like Ash loves Scylla the Drakes, like Cold Brew loves Armada, like Scratch loves the Arena, like Murder loves a tier list, like Wantamess loves to do a gear cleanse, like Lady H loves an early night. I love Ninja. I absolutely love Ninja. I think he's such a good addition to the game. You know what we used to get? Logging in for 7 days. You know what we used to get, guys? I'm going to have to throw it out there. We used to get this lovely lass. And you know what she used to do? She used to fill up her vault. Shaman, fill up the vault until you're on like Faction Wars 21, and then she might pop out and make a sneak visit. That's what used to happen. Right now, damn, we get an absolute beast of a legendary champion. I will not hear a word said against Ninja. I absolutely love this champion. People saying to me, why the hell on the free-to-play are you booking out that Ninja? I tell you why. He's insanely good. He plays in every single team on my free-to-play, except Magma Dragon. That's about it. Even early Magma Dragon he got in. He even got in early Magma Dragon. On my main account, he's in my standard clan boss team that I run day in, day out, unkillable team, smacking for ridiculous amounts of damage. So, why is he so good? Why do I love him so much? Why is he getting in every single team that I'm running? And why did I decide to burn all of my legendary books into this dude? Let me tell you. Apart from the fruity face, this dude's got it all going on. He can play anywhere in the game, and he's a beast. A1 drops defense. Good chance to land it, actually, if he's booked, like 60%. Even unbooked, I wouldn't mind if I didn't land books here. Still a good chance to land it. He gives himself a little bit of a turn meter tickle as well, so he moves himself on. A2 is like the bread and butter. Okay, this is where I wanted my books to land, because this is one of the hardest hitting abilities in the game for like single target stuff. It just cracks like crazy. 3 hits, each one reapplies HP burn, and each one has got a chance to just chunk damage. It's mad. They instantly activate the HP burn. Against bosses, it's just chunking their health. It's absolutely mental. Against Doom Tower bosses, it's freaky how much damage it does, okay? It just chunks their health down. It pretty much plays anywhere, okay? Almost anywhere. This is insane, which is why I want the cooldown on it. And then his A3 is an AoE freeze. So in the arena, AoE control. If you're up against Spider, you target a Spider link, AoE freeze. If you're up against, I don't know, the new Fae boss, AoE freeze. If you're up against the new Bommel, AoE freeze on the bombs. It's really, really strong. And then if he's against a boss, he just ignores some defense. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I wish the secondary part of this ability wasn't there and he just froze. So you don't have to play around with his AI and like target other stuff. But still, it's cool the way they've done it. And it also reduces the cooldown on the hammer. It reduces the cooldown on Hailburn, which is awesome as well. So very, very cool. He's also got a passive which over time enables him to do more damage. This only really kicks in well against Clan Boss, but against some of the Doom Tower stuff, it kicks in as well. He basically has to rotate through all of his abilities. The more he does, the more damage he chunks up, more attack percent and more crit damage. And it just scales and scales. Scales up to 100% more attack, which is just nuts. So all of his kit, I love. I love it. On my free-to-play, I've got him with War Master. I think I've got him the same on my main account, actually. And I've gone for more accuracy. I actually went down this route, like the sniper route, because I didn't think I was going to book him out in full, and I have. You still get a bit of benefit on the A1 from sniper, but I don't know if it's the best like last mastery here, but still, it's a good ability to have. And I've gone this route. I want Cycle of Magic to try and get his A2 back as often as I can, and I'm just looking for stats, really. I would have had him with Evil Eye, and I did, but because of Bommel and Griffin, I changed it so that I didn't get stunned from Griffin and the extra dread bombs from Bommel. But all in all, he's an absolute beast. I've got him on the free-to-play, kitted out in Lifesteal Gear, because everywhere I use him on the free-to-play, I kind of need him to regen his health. Yeah, he's also in my arena team. So if I was playing in pure arena, I'd go 100% crit rate, full damage, and enough speed to come in, and enough accuracy to do his work on his freeze. Yeah, the freeze also hits hard. If I was not playing him in the arena, more like this is more like an anti-arena build, then it's all about landing the burn. So you want your accuracy to land the burn. You want him to be quick enough to rotate through. And you still want a decent amount of damage on him if you can. So that's his build. I'll show you towards the end how I've got him built on my main account and what I use him for on my main account. But for this video, it's mainly going to be about the earlier game player coming in and how you'd use him. Let's start with the arena. Let's start by showing you how I use him in the arena. And we're fighting like gold 4 here, low gold 4, so sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Let's go for this team, see if I'm quick enough. Generally, it's about a speed race for me. If I win the speed race, I pretty much win the fight. Yeah, okay, so slow it down. This is on auto. We get our drop defense out from Deeks. I then freeze the whole enemy team. 100% chance to do it, so it's an accuracy check. And then Magnar's like, see you later, fellas. Without the freeze, if Magnar didn't do his job, I would have a load of damage coming back at me. So this team here, for example, because of Vodoff, we're probably not going to win the fight. But with this team, the freeze enables me basically another rotation of abilities to get my damage away. So we get the freeze off. Now, some of you are going to say, I know you will, and you're probably right, maybe Magnar should go before my ninja so that I get my damage away before I freeze them, because I actually reduce my damage by putting freeze out first. You're probably right. I've just got it speed tuned for other content in the game as well. So my arena team does enough to get the job done. Teams like this I would normally avoid because of exactly that. I know that this is going to be a hard team to fight with 2 revivers and kind of a really defensive setup. We might still end up winning it, but it's going to be really tough. So let's get out of this one. But for most teams, it does the job. And the AoE freeze is actually just gives me another turn worth of abilities to get the work done. So in the arena, it's pretty damn solid. So somewhere like Bommel, I literally just put out a video on Bommel today, or yesterday. I'm recording today, yesterday, about how I beat him. So you can check that out. But Ninja is basically in there to freeze the bombs. You have to target the bombs manually yourself. But the freeze on the bombs, plus his A2, although you take bombs for it, his A2 burn does a ton of damage as long as there's no dread bombs out there. Don't do it when the dread bombs are out. Do it when it's a clean slate and lay your HP burn onto Bommel. You will take bombs for it, but it's worth it because you'll do a ton of damage. On the Fae boss, AoE freeze. So if he's your fastest champ, AoE freeze the full enemy team, and then you just got to nuke them down. So they're not going to get their turns away. Really, really useful. Griffin, let's show Griffin, I guess. Before I do, any wave content. It's just, in fact, I'm going to show any old wave. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to show him. Doom Tower especially. Like Doom Tower, Faction War, any type of wave content. AoE freeze. What are you doing against me? If I was playing it manually, I wouldn't have even used the nuke from Magnar there because the freeze has just tied them up. They're tied up for ages, and we've got plenty of time to get our job done. Even his A1, he doesn't have like high stats for damage right now. I don't have him built that way, and he's doing tons of work in terms of damage on waves as well. So any wave-based content, he's just brilliant. So we're going to get our freeze back, I think, probably for this next wave. So, you know what, 2 out of 3. We're going to get the full freeze. There it is. Good luck, fellas. Good luck taking me on when you're all crying in your milk and taking a freeze. So, look, Ninja, in any wave content, I absolutely love the AoE freeze. So good. Clear this up. In fact, I don't need to, so I've beaten this level already. But yeah, let's show him against that Griffin. This is my Griffin team. I get us to the boss. Okay. Look how much work. Oh, in fact, we've got our A2 on cooldown right now. So we're just going to A1 it. Get a drop defense on. Hopefully, we did. We are going to get buff removal. So we're not going to do any buffs. I can, though, throw out a bit of damage. Oh, I didn't get the HP burn off. That's annoying. And we got stunned. Bit of double hit here anyway. Magnar's doing work. Get some poisons away. We're going to take the debuffs back at us. We might even kill this dude before I get back around to what I wanted to show you with Ninja. Stay one it, fellas. Let Ninja have a go. So Ninja on this boss, damn. The damage he does with this A2 is extreme. It's absolutely extreme. And then your A3 again, and you get your A2 back. So the higher level you get onto, the more work he does. But any bosses, he's basically doing that same thing. It's an absolute cannon. When I see people with Ninja not used, not booked, and they're struggling on Doomtown, I'm like that. Wow. Wow. Let me show you what I mainly use him for. So I use him for this, for my free-to-play, but also for my main account. So we're going to let it run through. Basically, what's he doing here? He is putting out the HP burn, loads of times, tons of damage on that. And he then cools it down on his A3. Gives us a decreased defense option as well, albeit I don't really need it with this team. But he just comes in. You'll see how much damage he does, really amongst a team that does a lot of damage. Like, I've got a high damage potential in Geomancer, Ninja, Kale, even Venomage does a lot of work. So you'll see with all of those people putting in damage, he does a ton. So I'm going to let it play through. You can watch this one through. And then I will show you kind of how it impacts on a main account for Clan Boss as well. So there you go. I mean, I'm basically at a 2 key there or thereabouts on my free-to-play account. And if you look at the damage, so Geo's doing 3.9, Venomage doing 4, Kale's doing 4.7, and Ninja's doing 5.7 million. Yeah, he's the lion's share of the damage. I could tune this better so that I've got less threat, and I could also change my gear up. Like, I've not even really re-geared these guys for Clan Boss specifically. They're just working it out. I've also got Tharakin coming in to replace Deacon soon, so if anything, it's only going to get stronger. But Ninja in Clan Boss is insane. I'm going to show him now on my main account, on my Clan Boss team as well, and you'll be like shocked by the level of damage he's doing. So on my main account, he plays in some of my Doom Tower comps, but the main way I've got him kitted right now is Relentless Gear and full damage. So masteries, much the same as what I did before, but I've got defense masteries instead of offense. Relentless Gear, because he's going to be taking extra turns. I've got him in an unkillable team for my Clan Boss. My speed here is 186, 90% crit rate. It should be 100. I actually did him 90 for a specific affinity when I was going for the world record. I actually need to change it up. 276 crit damage, loads of attack. He's basically got crit damage gloves, attack percent chest, speed boots, and then I've just found the other stats where I can. crit damage on the amulet, attack, 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 attack. As much damage as I could squeeze out of him. And he's paired up with a fast Lydia at 346. 2 man-eaters. This is not a free-to-play comp. 287 man-eater, 288 man-eater. And then the last champion is Seeker. I've got in Toxic Gear, actually, but he's at 231. So the speeds are high to get this level of comp. And I'll just show you the setup for it. But it's one key. One key on setup, Ultra Nightmare. And then one key's Nightmare, even without doing the setup. I should do the setup. It's the same setup, Nightmare, Brutal and stuff. But because it's such a high damage output, I actually one key Nightmare without even doing the setup. So we'll go A2 Lydia, A2 Man-Eater, A2 Man-Eater, A1 Seeker, and then we go A2 on my Ninja with a chance to get his extra turn. Obviously didn't get it that time. It's a little bit of a setup. You have to wait until the third turn count before it's done. A1s, A1s, A1s. We drop the A3 with Lydia. A3 with my Ninja. Drop my first A2, A3 on my Man-Eater. The other one just A1s. A2 on Lydia. A1 again with Seeker. And then we've got the 2 Man-Eaters doing their A2s. And then I'm full auto from there. So it's a little bit of a setup. But what I'll do is I'll bring you back in towards the end just so you can see what Ninja is hitting for once his damage ramps up with that passive. And that's one of the reasons why he's so good in Clan Boss teams is because over time he just hits harder and harder and harder. You see he's getting extra turns already. Quicker he gets his extra turns, the quicker he ramps his passive up, which is why Relentless is very cool for him. But you do have to speed tune him in the right way because of his A1 gaining turn meter. In this comp, actually doesn't matter at all. But anyway, I'm going to play it through. I'll bring you back in towards the end. So we've got to full ramp up of damage, like halfway through the Clan Boss unkillable run. 64 million damage in 26. Let's watch Ninja here. So when Ninja gets his hits away, there's, 164k per hit on the A2, plus the 75k per HP burn, plus the chance of War Master. His A2 is just absolutely crucifying. We get his A3 out, was actually a non-crit, 70k. So it would have been, A1's 200k. The A3 would have been, what, 3-4 times that. So his A3 would have been more like 200, 300k as well. He just, 250k A1, 340k A1. The dude is an absolute beast once he gets going in these unkillable teams. Like, absolute menace. People can't control him. They're like, Ninja, calm down. He's like, I don't want to calm down. I'm angry. He's always angry. So yeah, I'll show you the end damage. But this dude, like, some people said to me early on, you've rated him too high on the website. Hell Hades, what are you thinking? You rated him too high. You've put him as like a 4.5. He should be more like a 2. And I'm like, guys, you're totally underestimating what he can do. And like, if anything, I think I underrate him. I love this champion. He's so good. Anyway, I'll let it run to the end. You'll see the end damage before we wrap up. There you go. 58 million damage from Ninja. He's near enough soloed the Clan Boss by himself. Look, it's not Victor test damage, okay? But 127 million consistently every day. I could have stopped the run as well at like 13 minutes and moved on to some different content because that's how quickly we hit the 70-odd mil. It's just a beast. And as I say, like on my free-to-play, I run him in every single dungeon and he does work literally everywhere. And if you're struggling to get through Spider, stages 17 plus, you just have to use him and target a Spiderling to freeze everyone. And then you've got yourself an AoE freeze as well. Super cool champion. I love that they added him into the game. Yeah. Tell me otherwise. Tell me otherwise down below. What a great addition. I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.